Hey guys, and welcome back to Sandy Bay on Farming Simulator 2017. So, a new mod come out on the mod hub, yes, another new mod, and it is one that you guys should recognise from FS15. Right towards the end of FS15, I used this mod, and it is the Cultivator. The Lincoln K series, I believe it is. It's a fully mounted cultivator that I've actually been looking forward to that coming out. So we're going to sell this Vadestad and go with it, which technically this is a 9 meter, I think, and the one we're getting is a 6 meter. So we are losing some working width, but a fully mounted one. And why have I got a silage bale right down there? A fully mounted one, I feel, is much more suited to a typical English map like this. So we do have silage bales there, they are ready to go, but I'm kind of playing it like we have the bale extension mod still in the game, or still around. It's not been released yet. I'm hoping Upside Down will release that sooner than later. Of course, this is the latest Sandy Bay. A few changes to be noted. The gates, right now they are still the same. They are Dorset's gates. These ones, for whatever reason, there is huge FPS losses on them. Sort of 10, 15 FPS or so. And in the farmyard here, you may notice something is now missing. We removed, well, Auction David removed the gates, and around this yard, at times I was getting 25 FPS. I've got a decent computer. He was seeing a lot less drop. He's got a screen that's capable of a lot higher FPS than this laptop of mine, but around this area he was getting a good drop as well. So we figured it out to be the gates, and I believe some FS13 trees or something he still had in the map. Why, I have no idea. I would have thought there would be major issues there. So we are going to swap out the John Deere, because I got an idea with the John Deere, and I almost said it then. The John Deere is capable of having duals. And I kind of got inspired by a video I saw by George Saunders, or Sanders. I never sure how you pronounce his name. And they had a big, fully mounted, I believe it was a 6 meter as well, cedar on the back of a JCB Fast Track. What was it? The big ones, the 8000? But they had rear duals on it. Well, you can't put duals on the Fast Track, and I only have the 300. But I can put rear duals on this one. And I have gone back to using the gearbox mod. I noticed the gearbox mod is actually switch it off. It's only CVT gearboxes I don't bother with. I notice gearbox mod is now on the mod hub, meaning it is stable. So if you guys want to go download that, it is on the mod hub. I will probably put that in my mod spreadsheet, as it is one I recommend for people that use a steering wheel setup and whatnot. It is an awesome mod. Probably still work in progress. No, it won't be available for console, as it is a script mod. As I was saying, so I was inspired by the video with the rear duals, and this John Deere can have rear duals. So I thought, why not put it on and use this for part of the episode today, cultivation. I never do much field work, so I'm tempted to do quite a bit today. It may not be to your taste, but that is the plan. Hopefully as well, on other news, Cobra Park Farm. I'm thinking we should be seeing that very, very, very soon. I'm going to go in as far as saying possibly this week, if Bullet Bill's lingering, or any of the guys that know more than me. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one, but I got a feeling it's going to be this week. Let's just say that. Also, the Flegel Bale trailer here had an update too. It's got a more dusty chrome deck. Oh, chrome deck, geez, deck. The ULA auto load script decal is Universal auto load. It's all over it, and I don't know why. I don't care for that. So I may remove it myself. And the beacons on the back. I don't know how to feel about them. Because the ones that are ran back in the UK, where I'm from, and believe me, this is how we see our bales transported a lot around by me, more than ever, is dolly and trailer. They don't have beacons on. They really don't, so I don't know. Don't know whether to keep them on or get rid of them. It's easy enough to get rid of them. I've actually started to figure myself around Giants Editor quite a bit, along with DDS files and texture changes. I wouldn't say I'm getting into making mods by any means, nor do I have the patience to make mods. As soon as stuff gets to me and I try for a few hours and I still don't understand it, I get too frustrated and just quit out of it. So I am definitely not one for making mods, but tweaks, maybe. Alright, we'll sell this, and we'll take a quick run to our store, which is through here. Go to cultivators, here it is. So you got many options. I did a mod review on this in FS15, and it's by the same chap. It's the K600 we are going with. So the wheel setup is this back here. You can go for the light one, light medium, medium, medium heavy, heavy, heavy HD. Well, we've got to go with that one. And this, I don't know what this means. Basically, that is non-adjustable tines in the middle, and that is adjustable tines in the middle. Well, it's something extra we can do, so we'll go with that. 6 meter working width, it requires 220 horsepower. This one is 5 meters, but it's not fully mounted, and that one's 6 meters, and that's big steel go-to. I don't know if there's any more in the range, but that, and purchase. So I think that cost us a little bit. Sold for 35. Well, 5k we had to spend there. That's not bad. Alright, this is a heavy beast. So what we'll do is we'll figure out how to add discs. We'll just load the rack up there. I don't know why they call it a disc. It's more a suitcase weight, saddle bag, whatever you want to call them. I've heard them called so many different things. So we'll transport this to the yard and then we'll put our doors on. Now I used to test the 75, and you guys know the rear of this thing used to squat massively, and it doesn't too much anymore, and I tweaked that myself to stop it, but they fixed it themselves as well, I believe. Now I'm trying to get a good picture here because I want to see myself. Disconnect. Oh, there is a little bit. We may go back in to the tires and fix it, because there's a little bit of droop there. I pretty much had it rock solid, and it improved the handling on this machine so much. God, look at that lean. We got so much weight on the front too. We may have to steal the weight off of the 8R maybe. I think that goes to a higher weight, probably a couple of ton up front. Well, this one doesn't. It looks more suited, but yeah, we got the gangster lean going here. But of course that will even out once we get into the field. So yeah, I'm not really too worried about it. Possibly not. Get the doors on the rear too, and that will help spread the load. These are just typical stuff you'd come to see in a map like this. And yes, we have custom traffic on this map now. That is one of them. I believe it's like a Lada looking car. I don't know, maybe an Escort. And then of course we got the old pickup truck at the top. And which one's this? Standard in game. The traffic has been tweaked heavily. Actually, I should have demonstrated that right there. We got anything coming up on us? No. Wow. So basically the traffic will not hit into you. Almost guaranteed now. I'll sit here and wait for some traffic to demonstrate. Well, we've got some traffic coming down, and you'll see we are parked on the road before they'd slam straight into us. Ah, look at that. And the next one will usually plough right into the back of that. And it didn't. Bumper to bumper. And you can hear the horns. And for a third time. Yep. And fourth. So we'll move away. And he's made them so they will very slowly pull away. It's almost too slow, but at the same time, to have the traffic not crash into you, it's probably better. Oh! Must have a vintage rally going on. 3 of them. Oh, look at them go. Apparently these are off of the pack on... Oh, are they on Mod Hoster or FSUK? Somewhere from there anyway. But that is the traffic. May do with being dialed in a bit quicker so they accelerate a little quicker. I don't know yet. That's probably down to Oxygen David's personal input on that one. I don't know if it'll affect... There's the weight I'll need. I don't know if it'll affect the way they stop, basically. So, another feature on this map now is we'll have to lower the cultivator here. Actually, let's raise the tines up. You'll see them going up on top and bottom there. And that's just using the analog stick or a mouse key, well, mouse button, I imagine. I'll lower that down, drop it there. Our bales that we moved on a live stream. Now this is Tuesday's video, so if I get a good amount done today, hopefully we should be doing a live stream tomorrow. So we now have a workshop inside the workshop. I did suggest it, and it seems like quite a few people were keen on the idea. So here we go, we can basically customize everything, and it is a true workshop. It's not going to cost me any more to pay someone to do it, so it is like your own workshop, which is awesome. So that means our workshop that's around the opposite side can disappear, basically. That I will do to give us a bit more real estate back there too. And I don't think I've shown you this yet. I don't think I have. There's another mod that I've got in that isn't in the mod spreadsheet yet, but I'll have to put in. So we've got about 3 different mods to put in so far. I think that Styre's in there too. Don't quote me on that though. Don't quote me on that. I think the Styre's in there. Wheel setup, twin rears, narrow tires, standard, twins. Yes. Don't see this very often in the UK. I have never actually seen a tractor with doors on in the UK. I will say that much. I know they exist. I have seen multiple videos of George himself with doors on. But it's not something you typically see. Which I'm actually kind of surprised about with my area, as the soils are very clay based, so you probably want the traction. Alright, let's see if it helps. Nope, it's very, very heavy. I wonder what one of these would weigh on the back. Oh, and there is some Draper headers coming out by MacDon. Well, that's a company that really makes them. They're by Big Boss Modern, I believe, that are coming out. Killer Croc did a video on them. Very tempted to have them. It comes with its own trailer. Oh, I went the wrong way. And there's a workshop that we're going to get rid of. The reason why I was thinking about getting rid of it, or the Fent one that we've got there, and replace it with the MacDon, well, it does come with its own trailer, and it's something different. But I don't know if MacDon's really a thing in the UK, or not. I do like trying to keep to typical equipment that you'd find in the UK. Well, I did down a bit there. But I presume they are. I do not know. kind of question the benefit of using a Macadon compared to the manufacturer's header, to be honest. Can we fit through that gate? We may not be able to. Just. Big time, just. So these silage bales, why did I make them? They are purely there to be sold. Don't plan on using them for animal feed. I want to do a silage episode, probably this field is the one I'll do it on. So we've gone around once already, I'll probably go around a few times and get GPS set up. Yeah, it did exactly what I suspected it to. Lifted itself up. And we'll put four-wheel drive on, shouldn't need diff lock. Got plenty of traction on the rear. So I do remember seeing... Actually, let's lower the tines down too. Now this doesn't have any effect on it at all. Let's actually raise the thing. We'll lower the tines down about there. As far as I'm aware, it doesn't have any effect on the actual cultivation itself. And the wheels are now in contact. They basically, I presume they're meant to break up heavy soil. So got that going in the back. But as I was saying, the tyres, actually the duals have a functioning game where they'll help for traction. And that's something Giant said on the notes section on Facebook. Which is pretty cool, considering we could have duals before in the game, thanks to modders, but did they actually have any effect in the game? No, not whatsoever. They were purely graphical. The fact that there is a traction effort being put down on the ground means that there could be added slippages and stuff like that. So a mod like Seasons Mod, as you see up in the top right hand corner, can hook into that and make it so the ground is slippy in the winter. So if there's snow coverage on the ground and it's icy, well, guess what? You probably ain't going anywhere very quick. Which is really cool. Whether putting duals on is going to help, maybe not. Maybe the mod could implement it where across the board, I don't know if it's even possible, tyre chains are an option. So then putting tyre chains on would increase it so much so where you wouldn't really slip and slide. Maybe you would a little bit, just so you get the feel of winter, but not too much. But like the possibilities with Seasons Mod is incredible. The Seasons Mod, a lot of people are getting it confused with stuff from the Mod Hub, not Mod Hub, Modding Central Seasons Manager, I believe is what that one's called. Two completely different mods. Season Manager really just says up in the top corner, kind of like what it's showing now. Hey, it's summer. Hey, it's winter. Doesn't have actually any effect on your growth or anything. Where Seasons Mod, big time, has that sort of effect on stuff. Crazy, crazy effect. So, Seasons Manager, just a namesake. It's put in a season that it does nothing. Seasons Mod itself completely alters the game a lot. Crazy, crazy amounts. So it's basically the reality of things on that one. So we'll go around possibly one more time, and then we'll get to setting up a GPS course, or possibly even just a hired worker. Speaking of hired worker, I still need to adjust the amount they get paid in Seasons Mod, because you can do that in the XMLs if you know your way around it for the game saves. But I'm quite happy with this cultivator. Seems to be doing the trick. That's the thing, right towards the end of 15 I went for a phase of... Oh, this is a terrible corner here. Let's level that out a bit. Going for a phase of using fully mounted equipment. It's really... George Saunders' videos made me think, kind of like that idea, let's do it. And that's where it gets sort of ambition from, well, not ambition, but ideas, let's say, on where to do the videos more than anything is real life stuff I've seen and kind of like the look of and want to recreate. It is quite a bit of fun using different equipment. Because something like this I wouldn't touch within a barge pole before. It was a case of, well, yeah, this is only 6 meters fully mounted, but I could go for the next one, which is slightly bigger Vadestad that's trailered. But then in the new game you don't get to see all the cool stuff like the tyres squishing down and all of that. There you go, that's that corner leveled up a bit. That was terrible. Could see that causing some issues, so might as well straighten that up. So there's something I do want to say, and I want to put it out there. I should have actually said about this right at the beginning of the video. I'm not going to say where it is, but I found a shooting range here. That's definitely not too far away. And I'm curious, would you guys want to see the content that I could make from going there? Now, the guns that you can shoot there are just drool. Now, a lot of you that know me and listen to me in the live streams will know I am a fan of firearms, and I have been for years. Not sort of, oh my god, it's a gun, that's so cool, but I want to get into the point of collecting them, shooting them, going to ranges, stuff like that. That is my, other than gaming and computers, cars. That is one of my #1 interests. Of course, being in the UK, I can't do that. Now, some of the rifles, pistols that I would have the opportunity to shoot there are bucket list stuff that I've wanted to shoot for a very long time. AR-15, 1911, Glock 17, which, meh, I'm not a Glock fan, sorry. But the main one for me, the Barrett 50 cal. Now, any of you that know that gun, now to me it's kind of, I wouldn't say personal, but I won't name names, and if he's watching he knows who he's on about. I have a friend that was a sniper in the Canadian military. He's told me some amazing stories which get your hairs on the back of your neck stood up, that I will never repeat. But that's the rifle he shot. And even before that, it's one of the most powerfulest rifles you can shoot. So I'm interested if you guys would want to see content from there. I will probably record it for myself, because that is something I want to remember. And now I know where that place is, I'm probably going to go there quite often. So if it is, let me know, because I'm going to do that before I leave Canada. I leave the end of February. So it is something that is bucket list. Like, you guys probably don't get, especially some of you younger guys. What do you mean by bucket list? Well, you guys really want to do something. For example, fly a plane, drive a car. Well, most people are going to drive a car in their life. Fly a plane? Not so much. I've already done that. I've already shot some guns in my life, and the adrenaline rush that I got from it was just, oh my god, next level. Say, for example, some of you guys are on farms, driving the combine. That's your bucket list. You want to do that so bad. And one day you may get the opportunity to do that. Most of you probably will get the opportunity to do that. That's a bucket list. Now, there's one thing that is most definitely on there. I've flown a plane before, so I've ticked that one off. And there's some of those guns that shoot a gun, tick that off. Shoot some of these guns, hello. So yeah, let me know. It's something I've been passionate about, and since I find it, I just can't stop talking about it. So if it gets too much, yeah, put me in the right direction. Just say, Landy, shut the heck up, and I will. I'll probably cry in the corner for a little bit, but yeah, tell me. So another thing I do want to say is sorry for the short video on Monday. That was a really short compared to normal, but basically it's a case of the girlfriend's brother was down from Alberta for like 48 hours. That's literally all he was down for. For his birthday, he's hanging out with some friends that he's not seen for a while, and he's not been down for a year, and he's already gone. So I had to get that done. We had a lot of family over Monday and Tuesday. Not Monday and Tuesday, what am I about? For Saturday and Sunday. Sunday was his birthday, so that's why he was down. And this weekend could be hit and miss whether I'll be fully around. So Busy, busy, busy. Of course, I still need to get up and see Bill. I need to message him at some point, seeing when it's going to be good. Right, now we've got this leveled up and partially done. I think we should be good to just let it roll. May pause the video quick and get a quick screenshot. And then we should be right back doing something else, possibly selling some bales, reorganising the yard, I don't know. Maybe even selling some eggs. We actually do need to take the landy out for a spin and sell some eggs. Alrighty, so in this shed is our new toy, which isn't new, it's been around on the farm for a long time, and well, we got it going again recently. Some of you may be wondering what it is. Meet the silage bulldozer and our snowplow. If and when we get any snowplow, well, any snow around the yard, we can move it with this thing. Yep, our old Russian tractor that, I don't know how it got to the UK, but it did. Well, we ended up getting it off of, I believe ModHoster is where I downloaded this from the other day. And these Russian tractors, a lot of you will remember them from FS15. And yeah, they're Russian. But the thing I love about these Caterpillar tractors, they're just so unique. This thing I will get out and use as a plow. I will get out and use as a cultivator machine. Kind of surprised I didn't do it today. We may end up doing that. These things are awesome. For road travel, not so good because they are metal tracks, but here it is. So that noise you heard there, that two-stroke engine, is what's called a pony engine. Any of you guys that aren't familiar with what a pony engine is, it's basically a little gasoline engine. Some of them are one cylinder, some of them can be two. And it's the starter motor. You let that rev up and you just rev the snot out of it, and then you'll kick it into gear so it engages on the flywheel just like a starter motor. And that's what it is. It is that. I'm not sure, some of them may somehow do some preheating in the cylinders. I don't think they do typically, but that's literally all it is. It's a pony motor. Search that on the good old YouTubes and you will find it. Now there are some bugs with this tractor. For the most part the textures are, yeah, looks can be deceiving, but at the end of the day it is a Russian tractor or a tractor from that descendant. So yeah, find me a good looking one. One of the major issues is if I turn right, so that's hard right now, the tracks will keep spinning the same speed as I go around. If I go to the left, and if anyone knows how to fix this, please let me know. The track locks up, and it will skid around, and definitely seems a tighter circle. But if you do it slightly, and this is how you would do it, typically, instead of going like this so it won't throw the track off. But again, this speed goes this way. So typically this tractor didn't have any of this gear on. You can buy it without it. So you can lift the blade, well, lower the blade, lift the blade. And you can see that even the cylinder actually tips. That's kind of cool. You can disconnect it. I'll just lower it down here. There you go, drop it down. And you can use the machine as is, but heck, I'm going to use that bulldozer blade all the time. Always on it. And there you go, it's connected. The interior doesn't have IC. I believe the original ones did have IC, and the tillers worked. The lighting, it has got a nice amber lighting. I do like that. You can see it on the buildings, it looks yellowy. It does have working lights, the same colour too. No indicators or anything like that, I don't believe. It doesn't need them, it won't go on the road. The interior does light up too, you can see the gauges. They don't work, I don't think, or do they? They move when the engine's on, basically. So there's the pony motor again. Until the pony motor just stops spinning, basically, and the diesel engine's kicked in, you can't move. It's a script within inside the tractor by the looks of it. Oh, it's the bird. I wonder what that was. Holy, that scared the poop out of me. But here it is. Our old tractor. Now, I am hopefully... There was a C60 which was basically the German version of the Caterpillar C60 being in Caterpillar 60. I'm hoping that gets converted. That was, as you guys know, from FS13 through FS15. The thing just looked amazing. I would love to get that converted. But we will be using this, so this is the mod numero 3. I've done not much work today, a lot of talking, so I hope you guys put up with that. And it will show you guys enjoy that type of stuff more than anything. Alright, so this is coming along quite nicely. What else do we have? We can do... Well, I'll pause and find something else. Alright, because it is getting... well, it's the end of summer now. We'll give the stuff a bath before. We won't probably use the Voltra, but we'll end up using... maybe the Fast Track, I don't know yet. Or maybe even the Ford. Who knows? The New Holland, basically. Well, we can now seed winter wheat and winter barley. It's the same crop, it's the same as the normal wheat and barley. But we can do that. The field 20, I believe it is probably going to be soybean, canola, one of the two. I'm not too sure. But that is probably what we'll end up doing now, as we can do that before it gets too late. So as you can see down by, whoa, okay, so that seems tighter there than it used to be. By the speedo, we have the gearbox enabled on this tractor, CVT. I just wanted to see if it changes anything. Honestly, I probably will disable it as soon as we park it up. Not a fan of the tractors that just have a CVT gearbox, me using the gearbox function. Alright, that's that off, and that's the gearbox switched off for that tractor. That Ford is a little horsepower. It doesn't have too much, so we'll use this. Is this CVT? No, it is not. Alright, I'll get rid of that. Do we have any weights anywhere that I can steal? If I do, they're probably going to be around here. And looking at that, the answer is no. Oh dear. So we'll go ahead and do then is get hooked up to the seeder. Hopefully I won't need weight on the front, I don't think I will particularly. Unfortunately, until the new version of the A&R is used, I can't use it too much because eventually I end up kicking it into courseplay, doing stuff like this. And that tractor works with neither. We need to fill the seed. That's going to be expensive. I will flick that over to winter wheat. Will go into field 14, and then 13 we'll probably put in barley, just to change it up. And of course we do have that pro seed as well. $3,000 for seed. Oh. Yeah, expensive. So we'll see you guys down at the field, as we are getting close to the end, and I've just done nothing but updating you guys on Sandy Bay and various different stuff. We're coming into the fields, and well, 13's not been cultivated yet. I question if the field 14 has. I think this seed can cultivate at the same time, so I'm not too worried. At the same time, I'd rather cultivate. So we may be doing, and it looks like we will be doing, a bit of direct seeding. Which I can say, not too worried about. So winter barley, winter wheat, we can sow or seed now. It can grow over the winter, I hope. Okay, so let's minimize that one. The pro seed, I can't remember how you open that. There we go. Now it can get very cluttered, as you can see, with all the HUDs. 30 meters, that's correct. Yep, so that's for the tram lines. And yep, we are direct seeding. So because I plan on doing some of this myself, I do the headlands first. I know it is incorrect, but this is the way I do it. The clutch overheating constantly is just a big pain in the ass with this mod, I will say that straight off the bat, and that is the gearbox mod. Why it constantly says the clutch is overheating, I don't know. It is in automatic mode, it just tends to slip the clutch way too much. I would almost like getting rid of that script completely, to be honest. I kind of wonder if it needs to be in the game. Especially when the auto clutch is still engaged as I'm going along, where I don't feel it should be at all. So it almost makes me want to switch it off even more. Let's try dropping them down a couple of ranges. Four-wheel drive on. There we go. The clutch doesn't need to be engaged. We try go up a range. See how it would do that. Realistically, I'll be seeding anyway at a lower speed. It's lugging a bit there. There we go, it sounds happy, and that is the end of the video, I think. Yes, it is. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry for a lot of rambling, but I did have a lot to say today. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Some updates on Sandy Bay. Estimated time of it coming out. I have been told that it's basically a gentleman's agreement for Oxygen David and Bullet Bill, really not to release maps at the same time as each other. So Copper Park Farm, the updates will be coming out first, and then a little while after, Sandy Bay will be released to you guys. I've found very little issues with the map. It's just odds and ends. Oxygen David really did clean the map up major before I got my hands on it. So it is ready. We're just finding little stupid bits that you guys would probably find out. I've still got stuff to do and test myself. But until next time, I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back on Copper Park Farm, where I think we're probably around the same type of season, unfortunately. That's matching up. I hate it when the maps match up, but it happens. So until next time, I'll catch you guys later. See ya.